Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, December 23rd, 2025. I'm outside of my home, traveling, visiting family for Christmas, hence the different background in case you're curious. Let's jump into the charts. I've got this is a weekly bar chart, and just a reminder that solid support climbing daily, climbing weekly, now at 417.19, can contain selling into the first quarter, well into the first quarter, following the testing of this structure 6 weeks ago. We mentioned how you can go long, anticipating upward rotation within 2 to 3 months to the 530.55, a 6-year channel top, long-term resistance, able to contain buying on a quarterly, possibly annual basis, and that remains the big picture play. Now, we've been pushing through the 488.53 previous all-time high set last December, and we even closed above it. Can I show it here? Yeah, I think it shows up here roughly. You've got this that we did close above it about a week ago, but by a hair, and that was a 489 and change. I've actually eliminated it. I think 488.53 is obviously the big level. Now, we did close right in that vicinity on Monday, and so the directional bias is obviously bullish, but you'd have to break down the time frames. Is it bullish today? That is really the question, right? I can say, I'll jump to this chart, it is bullish through the rest of the week above 470.95. It is bullish into January, into the middle of January above 455.07. And as I've already said, it is bullish through the first quarter above 416.26, which is the same formation on the daily chart that we find in the weekly chart at 417.19. So it's like, pick your time frame. As far as the day is concerned, you know what to do about, well, there you go, 489.88. That is the level that I mentioned before. That is still the high settlement price, but I've just rounded down to 488.53 to simplify matters. If we open above 488.53, we could actually see 508.85 today. That would be a significant rally, but it's certainly possible. A 508.85, I'm going to call that session containment material. Because of how far away we are from it, really. It's not as if it's a level that could contain buying through the rest of the week. It's rising at a very steep pace. But just for today, Tuesday, assuming we open above the upper 480s, 488.53, if you want to throw in 89.88 in the mix, fine. That 508.85, not out of the question as a possible intraday target where we can place a daily high. And certainly if we were to close today above 508.85, this very week, before the week is out, we test that 519.88 8-month channel top, which is the ceiling to the 416.26 base. 519.88 is the beginning of a narrowing range, rising at a pretty decent pace, converging with 530.55 over the next couple of weeks, where once again, if you are long, and I don't care if it's 3 to 5 days or 3 to 5 months out or 3 to 5 years, you should respect 530.55 for its ability to contain longer-term highs.
If you're looking for your daily Nvidia analysis, you can now find it at wickedstocks.com, where it's part of a full suite of daily analysis videos, including the Daily SPY Report and Daily Triple Q Report. Sign up now and get immediate access so you don't miss a single day.
Quite possibly through all of 26. Let's take a look at this chart again. I'm going to scroll just a little bit more to see what I can find. Okay, I don't have it all in the same chart, but we've got 488.53, right? This high area. We close at 488.73. If we do open below 488.53, there's certainly room for us to ease back to 470.95. Now, I wouldn't call that a signal. In other words, if you're an aggressive day trader and we merely open below 488.53, I wouldn't necessarily go short right out of the gates. But it is a tradable level. I will say that if we do ease back to 470.95 today, and that's probably a stretch given the climate that we're in, the environment we're in with the holidays and such, but nonetheless, 470.95 can contain today's lows, quite possibly through the rest of the week, and we can round up to new highs from here within a matter of 3 to 5 days. Closing below 470.95, then sets up 455.07 within another 1 to 3 days, where we could bottom out through next week into January and round up from here within 3 to 5 weeks of testing 455.07. We can reach that 530.02 6-year channel top I've shown a few times already. Finally, and it's not going to happen today, I don't think we're going to close below 470.95 either, but if we did close below 455.07, that rising channel bottom that spans about a month. If we close below 455.07, then we've got a good high through the rest of December, expecting over the next couple of weeks that 416.26 rising channel bottom. 416.26 is on the daily chart that we find on the weekly chart at 417.19. That is a zone that, if tested, solid opportunity to go long this market as we move through the first quarter. And of course, if we were to close below 417.19, we would have a significant sell signal on our hand through the first quarter, then anticipating the 320s as a likely 2 to 3 month downside target. We are a long way from that right now. Closing above 488.53 and above 489.88, that does skew us to the upside here as we move through the rest of the week and into next. 508.85 is rising steeply over the next few days. It converges anyway with this 519.88 formation. So it may be really, this may not even be worth watching if we don't test it here over the next day or two, because what will take over is just the fact that we're focusing on 519.88 and have now for some weeks. Is there anything else to say? Please click like, share, subscribe. Check out wickedstocks.com. We'll do a stock pick this week. Probably will go out today, Tuesday. We offer a 14-day free trial now. If you're looking for your Nvidia analysis, you can find it at wickedstocks.com. We offer a 14-day free trial where you'll get 2 stock picks a week over the course of 2 weeks, daily SPY, daily triple Q analysis. So check us out at wickedstocks.com. Take advantage of that free trial. I will be back, of course, tomorrow with Wednesday's Tesla, and you have a great day.